In my 20s, I had a crazy life, a truly, truly crazy life. I just spent my life the way I wanted, and I did things just the way I wanted because I had no one to ask me. I thought so. Okay. I felt as if I'm an old person. I have my rights and the freedom of doing anything. So today we're going to talk about our 20s. Let's do this. When I was in my 20s, I loved doing some things, and there are other things that I never loved doing. Let's start with the things that I hated doing when I was in my 20s. One, I hated doing anything in the morning. I love sleeping. Okay, guys, I love sleeping. I'm not a night person. Like, I have hard time sleeping at night, and I have an easy time sleeping anytime from 5 to 7. I can sleep even the whole time to 8, 9, 10. But I'm not that easy person of sleeping at lunchtime or maybe in the noon when you wake up in the noon. Like, you just have your lunch and feel like you want to have a nap. I'm not a nap person, and I'm not a night person. But I am a morning person who can sleep anytime from 5 until 10. I can sleep. So anything to do with waking up in the morning and starting doing things, I just hated that. And now I felt that now I'm a grown-up, I have the right to do anything I want. So that's when now I became a hardcore. Yeah. So I hated doing work in the morning. Another thing I hated doing was being called. My mom would wake us at 5:30 in the morning, and you're not going anywhere. And she will be like, you know how African moms raised us, and it was fun. Like, I would hear my mom shout my name very high in the morning, and I would hear her call me to go and prepare breakfast, and she would give me a warning that by the time I get to the sitting area, I want to find that place clean. I want to find the breakfast lady ready. So the breakfast should be ready, everything should be clean, the seats are well arranged, the house is cleaned and everything. So she doesn't care what or when you're going to do that, but she wants everything sorted and clean before she gets to do her breakfast. So anytime my mom could call me in the morning, I'll just feel as if the world has come to an end, and I'll just keep quiet intentionally for her, and I'll just ignore, and my mom would be like, how many times do I call you? I'm older, because I never had my mom call my brothers and start telling them to work in the morning, so it was bad. Another thing I hated when I was in my 20s was going for clubbing with my friends, and what they do next is meet people out there or men that they know, and you're just left like clueless. You know, have you ever gone out, or have you ever gone for a party and you meet your friends there, and you have a friend who tagged along with you, and when you get your friends, you just tend to forget about you. Oh, you had a friend, and now you're there seated, your friend is conversing with their friends, and you're like, there, you have no clue, and they're like, still talk, why are you so quiet? You know, I hated that so much. So if we would decide to go out to a club, we would make it straight. I would tell you, make it straight to me. So I hope if we go there, we're just going to hang out. And if you're going to join your friends, kindly let me know, because I don't want to look the clueless one here. We go out with you, and then you join your friends, and then you tend to forget I even exist. So you want me to go out and be bored. So I hated that when I was in my 20s. I truly hated that, because I've never done that to anyone. Even currently, I don't do that to people. If I tell you let's go somewhere and have some fun, and I meet my friend there, I tend to make you feel more comfortable than even my friends. Yeah, that's what I normally do. So I hate hanging people or making them look clueless in front of my friends. Another thing I hated so much was staying as in staying at school on Fridays, I just hated. That's the hate I had. I just hated staying at school on Fridays. If it's time to go home or it's lunchtime, okay, most of our lectures never came to teach us on Fridays after lunch, because they never came. So all the time on Fridays after lunch, we had freedom to do what we wanted. So I'll just pack my things and go home to my parents and just catch up, have fun on Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday I'm back on Monday morning. I'm back before the lessons. So I just hated being in school on Friday. So if it was Friday in my head, the only thing that was knocking in my head, my small brain by then, was going home. By then, I had not known anything to do with clubbing. I had not known anything to do with Dunda, because I was still naive. I don't want to say in my 20s I was naive. No, I was not that naive, but I had that naivety of, I didn't know if we could go out for clubbing, because I've never gone out for clubbing a whole night. I've never. So it was my very, very first time. So I was like going home and coming back on Sunday. So another thing I hated on my 20s was like, can I remember surely? Yeah. My sister scolding me all the time. So I had a behavior of, if I wake up in the morning, the first thing I get to do is my phone. I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is get to my phone and chat the whole day. I'm like on my phone. And that time is when WhatsApp came in, but I think WhatsApp was not, you could not download WhatsApp on all phones. So it had I think it is Wedge. But then the Wedge phone was not supporting WhatsApp messages or anything. So I would only enjoy Facebook without WhatsApp. And my friend would always ask me, my neighbor would always ask me, you don't have a WhatsApp? Kwani, how outdated are you? You look so backward and everything. So I felt bad. But because I had Facebook and I had friends that I was connecting with on my Facebook, so I would chat. So we would sit the whole day there with my sister. I'm like a zombie, We're seated there, she's talking to me, and I'm like, did you talk to me? I'm like, did you call me? And my sister would feel bad and she would scold me the whole day. Do you think you have all this precious time in life to just sit there and just chat with your friends? How many friends have you chatted with the whole day? Are they still online? I'm like, no, they're not still online. So what are you doing online? Can you catch up and do some important? Hey, my friend, my sister could just bring, she used to give me another type of madness that I never enjoyed and I never liked. But thank you so much, sis. It made me learn the hard way or the good way, maybe. So what I loved doing in my 20s was, I love staying at home. Like, guys, if I'm not going anywhere, my mom has not sent me, I'll just sit the whole day. I'll just stay on the couch and watch the whole day. Yeah, and I'm not watching anything important. I'm not an action person, so I'll just sit down and watch Afro cinema, the Nigerian thing. Do you know, let me tell you, in fact, I would wake up very early in the morning when my mom wake me up, and she would make sure we're not going back to bed. I'll just do my chores very fast, and by 8 a.m. I've just finished doing everything. Now it's my time to sit down and wait to watch the Afro cinema. Is it the NTV one? The NTV starts early, and then the Citizen TV channel, they start late. So I would watch all until I feel I'm okay. If it's lunchtime, I can't even wake up to go and cook my own lunch because I just want to sit and do nothing. That's what I loved. Another thing I loved doing was dundaing. When I came to realize you can go out and club and drink alcohol freely without your parent asking you, guys, I enjoyed doing that. Oh my God. I remember there is this day my brother came and my brother called me and told me, I'm coming back to town, so are we going to meet? I want to come and say hi to you guys. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy. When are you coming? And everything. So in the verge of me and my brother talking, I promised him when he comes home, I'll go home and spend the weekend with him because I was used to going home every weekend. So my brother counted on me and told me, I'll send you some few coins for your transport so that you come home. And I was like, cool. So in between the week, my boyfriend called me and told me, hey, I'm coming in town, so can we hang around this Saturday and have fun and everything. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm so excited. You know, college girls, you're so excited, you want to party, you want to go out with your friends and feel good, you know. So I had to cook a lie. I had to sit the whole week and cook a lie that I'm going to give my brother, you know. And I felt as if my brother was coming to see me, so I had to cook a lie that would look real to a point that he wouldn't even judge me. So when it was on Wednesday, yeah. So it was on a Wednesday, and I called my brother and told him, oh, you know what? I'm sorry, I want to make to come because we have been told you're going to have our exams on Monday. And now we have been given like discussion groups. You know, in college, people do all these, you know, presentations and everything. So I told my brother I've been given a discussion group, and we are going to have a presentation on Friday and Saturday before our exams. Because I did NEC. And now, you know, with secretarial, things were hard for computer. It was IT. Physics, something to do with that, and now you had to present it out. So I told my bro, I'm sorry, my group that we're supposed to represent, it's coming up on Saturday. I think I'll be among the fourth person to present in the day. So when my brother was asking me, what time will that be? I'm like, I have no specific time, but I know we are going to, you know, it depends on how you people say that you want to start meeting at 8 and you end up starting meeting at 10. So I don't know. But once we are done, I'll come home in the evening. And my brother was like, okay, fine. Do your thing. Once done, let me know. Now, Friday was here. Woo! I'm so happy my brother is coming on Saturday. But now, what do I have to do? And my boyfriend is still coming. So I had to... Now I said, this is the time I'm going to have fun. Now I thought when my brother comes, he'll just go home straight, stay at home and everything, and then go back to Nairobi. My friend, on Friday I went out. I had some fun. We enjoyed and everything was so lit. So my brother calls me on Saturday and tells me, so what time are you presenting? I lied to him. I'm presenting at 4. And I'm like, I don't know for how long it will go, but I know my presentation is in my presentation I'm number 4, and we have like 9 groups. So the rest of the group have also 2, because I can't run away, because you're being given numbers, positions for winning and everything. And my brother said, okay, fine. So on Saturday, when after my brother sat and he said, you don't worry, we are going to meet next weekend or any other weekend that I'm back at home. And I was like, cool, deal done. Do you know, on Saturday at around 4, I just got off school, prepared myself, and went to meet my boyfriend, had fun and everything. Do you know, I was busy dancing on the dance floor in one club in Meru. I'm dancing, like I'm happy, I'm dancing, I'm with my boyfriend. And then after I feel like it was already late, so I'd stayed there for some time, like 2 to 3 hours or 4 hours, let's say. It was not extremely late. And as I was dancing, I would hear someone push me, like, you know, push me. I'm like, who is this pushing me? You know how dance floors, they are congested and everything. And I could just feel someone is pushing me like hard. And I'm like, what? Why are you pushing me? Only to turn around and see it's my brother. And he did to me, hi. I was like, my brother is here. He just said hi and he left. So as I was just there, I got so confused. And my boyfriend was like, what happened? Are you okay? Something wrong? I'm like, no, I'm okay. And he told me, like, he wrote me, then he followed it with a message and told me, I can see how the presentation is doing good. So keep up, sis. I wish you all the very best. And I had to beg him. Do you know, I had to look for my brother in that club and I couldn't get him until I had to tell my boyfriend, I'm feeling sick. No, I'm feeling dizzy. I want to go home. I want to go and sleep. And that's how we had to leave that club, because I never knew where my brother was, and I just felt bad. So anyway, another thing I loved doing was modeling. Okay, you guys, as you know me, or from my previous videos, you have heard that I love doing modeling, and I used to model. Yeah, modeling was part of me from when I was a little kid. You know the nursery thing where people go model, fashion show and everything. I love doing that. I did that until when I was in college. When I left college, I still kept on practicing, and I came to Nairobi and started doing in some agencies where we could model, show some clothes, show some cars, show some alcohol-based things and everything. So I was so determined to go to the US or any other other countries, international countries, to pursue my desires of modeling. But I got a husband who told me that if you want to model, I can show you where you can model most. And I got in his box, and the only place I could model the best is in his house. That's how I got married. So, story for another day. So guys, another thing I loved doing was I loved doing my own thing. Like my own thing. If I feel that I want to go somewhere and do something, I'll just do it. Do you know there are people who at their 20s, they feel they can't do something by telling themselves you have to do something? For me, I felt at my 20s, I have the right to even slap you if I feel like slapping you. So I have a friend that we used to do naughty things with in college, and we would attack anyone who came for me or for her. And we could fight you. We just felt that you're too mature, too grown to fight anyone and everyone that we felt like. And there's a girl I remember we bullied because of the boyfriend. So the boyfriend sent us to go and call the lady in the hostels. And we went, called her, and she was not there. So we never took back the message to the boyfriend. So later on, we went with my friend to buy dinner. You know, we used to go, when you're in college, we never liked eating ugali or posho in school. So we would buy chapatis and go eat with our stew at school. So we met the boy standing there, and we were like, your girlfriend is not even in school, we don't know where she is, and blah 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 blah. So we had to make that thing, only for the guy to tell the lady, you know what, I sent your friends to come and call you and everything, and they said you're not in school. So the lady came and she looked for us, and she was, imagine, to be honest, she was with us in we were with her in the previous high school. We schooled with her, and she was like, Pauline, why did you tell my boyfriend like that? I know you're interested in my boyfriend and everything. Hey, we didn't wait. We ganged on her. We beat her thoroughly. We messed her up and told her, do you think your boyfriend even can satisfy us? He's so poor to a point that even, you know. So we told her, we're going to teach you and your boyfriend a lesson. If your boyfriend thinks that we're interested in him, watch our game. So that's how bully I was. I was still a bully even in high school. I was a bully in college, and yeah. Another constructive thing that I loved doing when I was in college or when I was in my 20s was what? Pauline. I loved doing funny, crazy things. I don't think there's anything constructive I loved doing. And I think that was me. It just was me. So those are the silly things that I loved doing when I was in my 20s. And I just sit down and flashback or think about it, and I'm like, wow. If I was 20 now, I don't know where I could be right now, because right now I'm more of learned. Right now I'm more of, you know, you sit down and think, wow, I want to do this in my life. If I knew about this when I was in 20s, I would be very far right now in my life. But I don't regret it, because it's a passage that I had to go through. So those are the 20 things that I loved. Those are the things that I loved doing in my 20s. I know it's silly, but that was my life by then. So guys, see you and see you in the next video. Don't forget to comment down below. Tell me, what did you love doing at your 20s? The bad and the good things that you love doing at your 20s. Comment down below and let's share. Until the next one, peace.